What is going on, guys? Today we are ranking the top 10 bench press accessories and bench press variation movements. I'm going to rank them on a tier list, starting with S tier for superior, all the way down to F tier for absolute fail. Without further ado, let's hop in the video. I will also break down what each exercise is, how to do it, how it's performed, XYZ, what makes it good, what makes it bad, and why I'm putting it in the tier that I'm putting it in. We're going to start off with close grip bench press. This is basically anything inside your regular grip. Most people say it's thumb on knurling and pressing from that motion. Anything relatively close whenever it comes to a bench press will definitely help your bench press because it's a bench press variation. It'll help a little bit. I like close grip bench press, but other than it's an okay movement, it's not gonna like blow up your bench press by any means. For that reason, it goes in A tier for me. Up next, we have dumbbell bench press. I love dumbbell bench press for muscle building, but to translate over to competition bench press, I don't think it does a phenomenal job just because the setup is so vastly different. But again, it's a great movement to build your chest, builds your triceps a little bit, and I think it's a great movement for bodybuilding and for hypertrophy work, but to get the biggest results out of your competition bench press, I think it's suboptimal, and still think it's phenomenal, so we're gonna put it in A tier as well. All right, now we're getting into some of the not so great ones. Dumbbell floor press. This is whenever you lay on the floor, grab a pair of dumbbells, perform something similar to a dumbbell bench press, but your elbows stop when they hit the floor. This movement isn't great for hypertrophy, doesn't translate over to competition bench press either, because in competition bench press, your elbows are going to go past your body. So this is the first one getting thrown in F tier. Dumbbell floor press isn't good for blowing up your competition bench press or even hypertrophy in general. We move on to incline dumbbell press. Similar to dumbbell bench press, just the bench is up and you can work a little bit more of the upper pec. Again, it's a great movement for hypertrophy, will make your pecs bigger, will translate over a little bit to competition bench press, but isn't going to do anything outside the ordinary of preparation for competition, but still a great chest movement, and I'm putting it at A tier. Up next, we have dips / weighted dips. This is done on a dip machine or any two parallel bars that you can hold yourself up on safely, all the way down, all the way back up. I think this is the first movement that does almost everything that we wanted to do and will hop in A tier as well because it works your triceps really well, works your chest really well. It's also very unlikely that you'll get injured during, and I love dips and weighted dips, and it's going in A tier. I don't know if I'm being too nice with these, but I really like the 4 exercises that we have in A tier right now for blowing up your bench press. Next, we have push-ups. Push-ups are great. Most people do them wrong, but still a great movement. We all know what a push-up is. I'm not explaining that to you. Yeah, it's great. You can't really overload it, which sucks, and most people do it wrong. So if I had only one accessory movement to give you to blow up your competition bench, I can tell you this much, it's not gonna be push-ups. And in this sense, push-ups are gonna go in D tier because you can't overload. You can make it a deficit push-up to really do well, but it's still not gonna be great compared to a dumbbell bench press or a close grip bench press. Up next, we have the real deal competition bench press. The way you will bench press in competition, your exact way, that is going in S tier. That is the way to get better at competition bench press, is you bench. Up next, we have Larson Press. Larson Press is like competition bench press, except you're using no leg drive. So this is give or take with this one, because if you are someone who really struggles with generating leg drive on your bench press, Larson Press literally doesn't help you at all, because it's just doing what you basically already do in your competition bench press. If you're someone who overdrives and overuses your feet and your butt comes off the bench, Larson Press is really good because it's strengthening your chest purely. I think that this is a great movement for a certain amount of people and a terrible movement for other people. And because of that, it can't go in S tier and it can't go in A tier either. It has to go in B tier, but Larson Press is a great movement if you overuse leg drive and your butt comes off the bench. If you're someone who can't generate leg drive, I would rather you do a press that's only leg drive. Up next, we have JM Press, also known as a skull crusher. Take some dumbbells, hold them out, lay flat on the bench, all the way down, all the way back up. I don't see how this is going to help your bench press any further than like a tricep push down or overhead tricep extension, which is usually better and less likely that you'll injure your elbows on. I think it can be a really good movement for triceps, but for competition bench press, there's no way that JM Press is making it past D tier. It's not the worst one, but it's definitely not phenomenal. Up next, we have pin press. Pin press is whenever you set the bar on the catch bars and it's like not yet touching your chest, and then it's just like the mid-range motion of bench press. I think it's okay, but I don't think it's phenomenal by any means. And for that reason, I really don't get it. It doesn't give you good practice for competition bench, because competition bench, it literally has to set on your chest for a second. It's weird for hypertrophy because you're not getting a deep stretch. Pin press joins dumbbell floor press in F tier. Last one, we have decline bench press. Decline bench press is another one that doesn't really make sense to me, because decline bench press, you could do roughly the same amount and you just have blood rushing to your head. Decline bench press is whenever you get on a decline bench, the opposite of an incline bench, and you lay down flat and you bench press. Works the underside of your pecs, like the lower pec, more than the upper pec. It's a weird movement. You can also do about the same amount of weight, so it's odd. I mean, it's a fine exercise, I guess, if you, for some reason, have underdeveloped lower pecs, which literally no one does. And for that reason, because it's so weird, I'm dropping it to F tier. So as you can see, I only have 1 in S tier, and that's competition bench press. 4 in A tier, 1 in B, none in C, 2 in D, and 3 in F. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the A tier, because I know that there is one that I just completely overlooked and didn't give it the time of day, and that is dumbbell incline dumbbell bench press. It is a good movement to work your upper pecs and to build muscle. And I think out of all the other ones, even compared to flat dumbbell bench press, I think it'll have the most carryover to competition bench press. And if I had one accessory movement / variation that I could program for you in a powerlifting program, it would be competition bench press and incline dumbbell press. Because of that, I'm moving incline dumbbell press up to S tier. And this is my final list for accessory / variation movements for bench press. If you are a powerlifter and are building your own program and you have one accessory movement that you can do for chest, it is incline dumbbell bench press. Works the upper pecs, works the triceps, can get a deep stretch, and has a lot of carryover to competition bench press. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with my list. If you disagree, you're wrong. I don't care. Just kidding. I would love to hear your opinion. And if you all did enjoy, please hit like, hit subscribe. New tier list videos coming out soon. Releasing content every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday about powerlifting, about working out, all the things. If you all did enjoy, hit like, hit subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.